Hey you guys, it is May 3rd, 2011. This is Deborah Daughter 7, um, sharing today. So, okay. So, excuse me. Y'all know I'll be doing my videos early in the morning. I'm still sleeping. So, I was having a conversation the other day. And it's funny. And I was just sharing the conversation was about spiritual people, right? And okay, now y'all know what how I feel about spirituality and religion and everything. How to put myself out here so much I know y'all know, right? Now, I'm in a long-term relationship. My wife and I are coming up on our 9th-year anniversary on the 31st of this month. And, we are polar opposites in this area. As spiritual as I am is as dense as she is. And I don't mean dense as in dumb, but dense as in as conscious as I am is as unconscious as she is. And it's funny because talking to other spiritual people, it's like, how could you end up with somebody like that? Well, this is a growth process, and it's something that I've done for years and years and years. And she says that as the older I get, the worse it gets. But I don't have to be with somebody that specifically has their passion anchored in what I have my passion anchored in all the time. The thing is that she trusts me. She does. And that's fine enough for me. If I say, baby, we got to pack up, we got to leave now, I know that my wife is going to pack some bags. Baby, something happened, I got some information, we got to go. She's not going to ask no questions. Well, who would you hear it from? She's going to pack up and leave with me. So she basically leaves it to me to be the one responsible for teaching everyone in the house, including herself, the things that she needs to know. Now, this is not always a good thing. There is frustration, and it takes her years to digest something that might take me months to digest. And there are things that she has in her psyche that are embedded there through things that I share with her that just got there. Like, took 8 years to get there. So, it is very much so. Not about necessarily the level that the person is on, the spiritual level. It's about the connection, the unconditional love, the sense of loyalty, and the sense of friendship. So I was having a conversation. They were saying that they were very spiritual, and the person that was pursuing them was a very spiritual, enlightened person. And they weren't in a place in their life where they were wanting to be pressured to settle down with somebody, even though they were probably kindred spirits on a level, in some levels. And the person couldn't understand that. And it made me think about enlightened mind versus enlightened spirit versus enlightened body. And then I began to ponder, why is it that there are people that are very knowledgeable in truths, in patterns of illusion, and it hasn't transformed them, and it's because you can have it's a harmony. The mind, the spirit, and the body is harmonious. You got the soul, which is the mind, the spirit, and the body. I thought, up until recently, I thought that they did not have to go together, that as long as your spirit was enlightened, it would be okay. And now I'm realizing that there has to be a threefold awakening inside your life in order for you to be in a position to completely enjoy your journey. completely be at peace with the situation. And I'm going to explain just from giving you examples of enlightened mind. Rastafarians, I'm going to give that as an example because I grew up, my dad is a Buddhist, but he hung around a lot of Rastas. At one point me and him had dreads, and, we were into a lot of truths, that I found out through this time in my life. Well, I dated this Rasta. They're very knowledgeable about being righteous and about living a purified life. Similar to Muslims, they don't eat pork. They, believe that women should have their hair covered because that's their crown and only their man should see their crown. With a Rasta. Couldn't show my dreads. Had to cover. Okay, that's fine. I understood the concept. Wanted me to compete for his affection with other Rastafarian women. And was a dog, like dating all these women, and they're doing his laundry, they're cleaning his house, they're cooking his clothes, they're cooking his food, they're washing his clothes. I'm like, is you crazy? I'm not gonna do that shit. And I couldn't understand how somebody who claimed to be so righteous would be doing something so wrong and so not harmonious with their counterpart. His mind was enlightened, but his spirit was not. Because once your spirit becomes enlightened, you begin to do all of the things that your mind learned. They begin to become living teachings, living, breathing examples that you set in your own life. Which I can give another example of that. There are some Christians that are very knowledgeable in being a Christian, but they're not living the example that they learn and they teach. And the reason being is their mind is enlightened. Their mind received all this knowledge. They took the knowledge, they analyzed it, they interpreted, they understood it, but they didn't allow it to penetrate into their heart and pour out into them to where the knowledge became living, breathing knowledge that, radiated from them on a regular basis. Like the light that shines. The Bible talks about a lot about that your light shines so that men can see your good works. A lot of people can teach, preach, learn, and know, and still not let their light shine. And then you have some people that's lights are shining, they don't know shit. For instance, I'll give you an example of that in my own life. My wife, she has this light that's inside of her that she doesn't even know that's there. And it is so bright that I was drawn to it when we first met, but she still does not understand her light, nor does she acknowledge it at times. And her light is drawn to my light. I'm not going to even say that which one is with me is my man enlightened, is my spirit enlightened. I think it is enlightened a little bit, but my body is not at all, like I thought that I didn't have to. I thought that I did not have to meditate. And I have said in recent sharings, that I don't meditate and that I don't feel like that's the right path for me. And I retract that. That is something I am going to have to do. I feel like my faith can only take me so far, and for me to be able to outstretch my light and, penetrate the boundaries that hold it to this dimensional plane, I do have to start meditating, and I do have to start eating right. And I'm pleased to say that I have begun yoga, and it is very, very, I'm like, yes, I should have been doing this. Yes. But I mean, everything happens in the season that it's supposed to happen too. And that's another thing that I wanted to put out there. Like, whatever path you're on or wherever you're at, that is where you're supposed to be. And it all will be revealed in time. All that is hidden will be unhidden in due time. Y'all, let me tell you about my yoga experience, and then I'm gonna get out of here. Okay, first thing, I'm doing yoga, right? I did some, recorded it on the DVR off of the TV, right? So the lady, she has this nice, pleasant, peaceful voice. Just relax your muscles. Let the spirit flow. Feel the energy flowing through your body. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm just sitting there. And then she starts doing these stances, y'all. And I'm like, this shit! I did not know that yoga would hurt so bad. I was like, she's doing these poses. I'm like, oh my God, my shoulders is burning. And then this motherfucker go say, now get on the ground and lift up your legs and raise your buttocks off of the floor and extend your legs over your head. Are you fucking crazy, bitch? I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I seriously, literally started wheezing. I mean, like wheezing like an asthmatic. And what did chick say? She said, if you need to take a rest, just feel free to rest. Oh, thank you, Mom. I thought you'd never say that. And you're trying to kill me. This bitch trying to kill me. It was so funny, though. It was so funny, but I was so proud of myself for even attempting to do something. That is the first time I realized that I am fat. And I have not been taking care of this vehicle that my spirit is in. Like, it's just like taking care of your car. You still got to take care of your car, even though your car is not you. It still gets you around to where you need to go while you're on the street. You still got to take care of it. I'm like, okay, I get it. I have to take care of my car. I have to take care of this vehicle. Okay, fine. I'll put better things in this vehicle. I'll put better things in this vehicle. I will eat better. I will exercise more. I will take care of this vehicle because it was given to me. It is a gift. I should appreciate the gift of my body. Y'all don't understand. I mean, I know I'm overweight. I've been overweight. I'd pushed out 5 babies. I have never exercised from the time that I had my first daughter, which is 15 years ago. I was pregnant. Up until this point that I've had my last baby, I've never exercised consistently, right? Yeah, that's 15 years of having babies. Gain weight, lose weight, gain weight, lose weight. And I've always looked at it like I didn't turn out bad. I could have been a whole lot fatter than what I was, considering I ate what I want, I did what I want. I mean, I ate what I want. I just created this balance of good food versus bad food. But I think I'm going to have to lean more on the side of good food because I'm fat. So I'm going to let you guys go. When your spirit is enlightened as well as your mind, you'll be able to live the life that you know about. It'll be able to be an example to other people. The love that you speak, that, I love everybody, it'll actually be showing. And the things that you know, even in how you're supposed to treat somebody, because it takes discipline to do it. And that is my reason that I am not in the church. I couldn't get enough discipline from that. I have a strong foundational base of faith, but my discipline as far as how I treated people, I don't feel like speaking to the masses was enough for me to get the lessons that I needed to get. And it is good, though, because I'm learning to love people just from being on YouTube that judge me, that hate me, that stalk me, that call me names, and told me that they were God's messenger to bring me back to the church. And it's funny because they weren't half wrong on that. They weren't supposed to bring me back to the church, but they were supposed to give me an example of what not to be. So every time I get a negative reaction from people that are really upset at me for being gay, for being spiritual, for not pursuing my preaching in the church and for leaving the church, every time they give me any type of negativity. It makes me learn how to react more with love. So for that reason, I say thank you. I do appreciate you, and I do love you. Peace out.